Hey, what's up, guys? Maximus Black here.
And Nova War.
And we've got a very special couple of games coming.
How special?
Well, we've got the best gamer in the world.
Right.
Mr. Oh, shit. Oh, no, it's old replay.
Oh, no!
GG! Alright, so we do have AtheneWins. Wow, that was an epic fail. I really wanted to do the whole,
There was going to be like an epic noise to that?
Yeah.
What would it have been, just for the sake of...
I would have just said AtheneWins in like a really...
like an epic voice or something.
Yeah.
Close enough.
AtheneWins! And down here, in the bottom position, we have
Vortex.
Vortex. So, in case you guys don't know who AtheneWins is...
Shame on you.
Yes. Shame on you. He is, well, he's just a good all-around gamer.
Yeah. He's popular on YouTube for his ability to be possibly the greatest troll of all time.
I think so.
Like, he might actually be the greatest gamer and troll to have ever walked the earth.
Yeah, and what's so good about Athene is he's got, the goods to back his shit up.
Yeah, that dude, basically came up with ways of beating, what was it, how many Insanes? 3 or 4?
4.
4 Insanes.
4 Insanes. Husky, I think, beat, 2 or 3?
Yeah.
And then, of course, AtheneWins.
Athene was like, I'm going to take it to the next level.
Yep. And
4
destroy them all.
3.
If you guys want to know who Athene is, go check him out on YouTube. Just search AtheneWins and...
you will find a plethora of videos.
Yeah. Just go check him out.
He's a baller.
Yes, but I don't know what league this is. I think it's
Diamond.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know if this is an old replay and he was at a higher level. I don't think he plays a whole lot of Starcraft, but I
because he bounces around.
He bounces around. I know he plays WoW and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
he does.
Anyways, let's get right into the game. Some scouting going down here for Athene, so he knows exactly where Vortex is, or Vortex, or whatever you want to call him. Just very, very typical opening build right now. He's going to wall off because he's up against the Zerg. Got that gateway. I'm sure he's going to chuck down the Cybernetics core, and there it is. He's got his simulator, and it's fully saturated. And it's still as though Vortex still does not know where Athene is.
No, he hasn't really sent out a drone scout. He's relying on his Overlord right now to do the majority of his scouting, and here's a couple of Zerglies going out, probably going to be doing that exact scouting that I was just talking about. And that's kind of okay. Up against a Protoss, you know at least for the first 2.5 minutes what is going to happen and what's going to be in the base. So you can delay some scouting sometimes and be okay as long as they don't get completely walled off. Unfortunately, he is right now. And he's not really going to be able to see what's going on beyond the fact that there is a gateway and cyber up. Not going to see how many assimilators, so he's not going to know if this is a 4-gate or 3-gate robo or anything of that nature. All he's going to be able to tell is that Bob's there, Bob's kicking these Zerglings' asses, and he's doing his job very well.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Adam, you're totally correct. Vortex, obviously knows where he's at now, but he doesn't know exactly what's going on in the base. And I mean, at this point in the game, there really can't be a whole lot, but like Adam said, if he could have gotten a Ling up in this base, or this Overlords, which is going to make his way up here very soon, he'll know that there is 2 fully saturated simulators, which can tell you one of 2 things. He can be going a 3-gate robo, or he might be doing some sort of 3-gate Stargate build of some sort, but there's definitely going to be heavy sentries.
Now this is an older replay, obviously, and I don't know how, I can't remember how popular it was at the time, but a lot of people, at least now, still do it. There's a whole whack of zealots.
Yep.
And a ton of sentries, which are, of course, incredibly gas-intensive.
Yeah, so it looks like Athene's actually going to be doing a 4-gate build up against Zerg. And like Adam said, I don't know exactly what patch this was, and I don't know what kind of nerfs were made against the 4-gate at the time or whatnot. But usually,
well, this is long enough ago that I think the timings weren't nerfed yet.
Usually, players don't do a double assimilator and get heavy gas unless, and I mean go 4-gate, unless you plan on getting some serious heavy sentries. And if you are very good with force field play, your
that
base
can cripple a Zerg.
Can absolutely murder a Zerg in the first 10 minutes of a game. Not a problem at all. And Athene now warping in, getting his warp gate research finished up, and those gateways are going to be all warped in. It looks like he is going to be going a very, very heavy gas-intensive build. There's lots of sentries coming out on the field. This is really good. I'm liking this.
No, absolutely. I really, really do like sentry play, and we've been seeing a bit of a... I mean, it's never gone away, but I mean, in this kind of force, I mean, look at the ratio here of sentries to zealots that we have going on here for AtheneWins. Especially against Zerg, when there's so many fast expands, being able to shut down that ramp infinitely, and at this point he could,
Yep.
Getting rid of that expansion and then expanding themselves, that's what we're likely to see here, and it really does help the Protoss keep up economically with the Zerg player, and makes it a much easier, mid game. This is a macro style.
Absolutely.
This is taking it. This is saying I'm going to take this into the mid game and the late game. There's the expansion. He's going to go down here and do his best to shut down the Zerg expansion and do as much damage as possible to the economy before picking back up and moving probably into the next tier of units.
No, for sure. Athene is playing this textbook right now. This is going to be really tough because there's quite a bit of roaches and very sexy force fields right there.
Force fields everywhere.
Trapping in those roaches. These roaches in the front lines are all going to shit the bed, continuously force fielding that ramp there so that no more units can come down and give some support. And Athene being very, very smart, dealing a little bit of damage, backing off, securing his natural expansion, and keeping up on his macro. Minerals are very, very low right now. Excellent play there, and it's going to keep the Zerg on his toes.
Absolutely. Now, I don't know if Athene had actually hoped at this point in the game to be able to do more damage than that. I think he probably did. However, the Zerg was way too prepared for that at this point with
nice
the roaches up and everything. Very nice force fields, and
lose a unit.
Lose a unit? Just, maybe a zealot or two at most.
Lost 3 units.
Just 3 units. Yeah. Not much. Probably essentially a couple of zealots that were up front with that roach battle going on. But you know what? Walled off that ramp, got a couple of roach kills with those force field placements, and got out, and it looks like the Zerg is feeling very confident, and I don't blame him, because when you see a Protoss running like that at this point in the game, and you've got this kind of units built up, you go for that kind of pressure.
Oh, not only that, 90% of the units were sentries.
Exactly.
And I mean, when you've got a bunch of roach and some lings doing some damage in the front lines, that is huge, and look at that.
Another
decent
split.
Force fields, but those lings managed to get in, doing some damage against those sentries. Very good micro backing off those, and more force fields going down for Athene. This is absolutely huge right now. Very, very nice force field placement. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was looking for. But this is actually not looking good. Athene taking some serious damage. His probes are one by one all dying here. And I don't know if he's actually going to survive this. Yes, he is. A couple of zealots there we go.
He brought in a couple of extra zealots in there behind, wisely taking the probes off and putting them back on the mineral line before the battle was over, taking as little loss on the probes as possible. He did lose a lot of probes in that exchange, but it was totally necessary for him to pull those off, to hold them back, and take some of the attention off the zealots coming in through the back to get rid of those roaches. And successful he was. A couple of more extractors now going down for the Zerg player. I believe we have Burrow as well happening. And this is just, I think both players are going to now take a chill. And they're going to sit back, and they're probably going to get into the next tier of units, or at least macro up a whole whack of attacking units before even thinking about poking their head down in their opponent's base.
Yeah, Evolution Chamber now going down for Vortex. I don't know if he plans on getting some upgrades. I think that would be a very, very smart move at this point in the game. Believe it or not, Athene is actually in the lead right now. I mean, his probes to drone count is actually very, very similar. Athene doing a great job at continuously building probes. Even though he took some serious economic damage there, he managed to remain calm, got those back up, made it nice and even there in the probe drone count. He actually has quite a bit of units right now. If you were to actually kind of pop his head down there, maybe drop a proxy, I think he would know that, hey, he might be able to finish this game sooner than later, a third actually going up for Vortex as well.
No, absolutely, and I haven't discerned exactly what Athene is going to try and do here in the mid to late game. If he's going to continue with just kind of a pure gateway build, or if he's going to get maybe a couple of giraffes out on the field or something of that nature. We haven't really seen yet. I would like to see at least giraffes or immortals because of the amount of roaches on the field right now. I think that would definitely help, or at least get charge lots to help with that kind of thing. We do have upgrades now going. We have that double forge going up for Athene and getting the first 1-1, and it looks like the Zerg is feeling kind of confident and is going to go back up for another attack. And I don't know if I agree with this before scouting ahead of time.
Yeah, no, if he goes in here and there's some good force field placement and he can get rid of these roaches, that is going to give Athene the green light to go down there and try to end this game as soon as possible. Athene really needs to go out and start scouting. He needs to know exactly what his opponent is doing. There is that third. It's not saturated yet, but I can only assume it's... Oh, but here we go. We're actually going to have a battle here.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Backing off those Roach. He needs to really, really watch it. 2 Immortals getting ready to shit out here for Athene. And this sucker right there is going to just pulverize this Roach army.
And Athene definitely does need to be careful here. He's going to have to win this battle and quickly and get a hold on all these expansions going after the Zerg player, because it's going to be an out macro scenario for Athene if he's not careful. Force field's going everywhere. Roaches are trapped all over the place. A couple of them are not able to attack, and even though there is a fair concave, many of these Roaches are not able to get in any damage, and he is forced to retreat. 1-1 is just about to finish for Athene. I have a feeling after he sees that, he's going to immediately push out with this Immortal, and wisely he should, because the Zerg player is actually getting up to 4 base, or should be 4 base very shortly, because I think that other expansion is relatively close to completing. I think there's probably about another 30 seconds left. And then he's going to be 4 base, and that's a macro scenario against Athene that he probably does not want to get himself into.
There was some crucial force fields here. He got those Roaches in the perfect position, nice and up close, right in front of those Stalkers, and once that happens, you are in a world of shit. But Athene, being the, I don't know, best player in the world, used some force fields right in front of those Roaches to kind of push them back a little bit, and then tore a strip 1 by 1 with these Immortals and Stalkers. What a great defend by Athene. He is now getting up his 3rd as well. This 3rd is fully saturated for Vortex. Also, the Hydralisk Den going or finished as well. We do have an Overseer on the field. Very, very close game. Nice back and forth. Athene right now still kind of on the ropes. It's like he's still kind of turtling up a little bit. He doesn't really feel confident enough to go out there, because if a surround happens, he could be in a world of trouble. But so far, so good. Both players playing very, very solid. Athene holding his ground, and Vortex doing exactly what Zerg does, spreading some creep and expanding.
Absolutely. We actually have +2/+2 going up for Athene now, and only +1 on these Roaches now coming up the field. And Athene's going to see this with that Stalker unfortunately going down. Thermal Lance and that Robo Bay finished not long ago. A giraffe is coming out on the field, which is going to be massive, and we all know why, and especially with those Hydra on the field. Hydra bow down to those giraffes in a really, really quick fashion, and so there's no way that he's going to be able to survive if he gets into a confrontation here with Athene if a giraffe is coming up the rear, especially with a couple of those Immortals on the field, no question. Zerg is going to want to be careful, because now he is about to be up against a 3 base, almost 4 base on gold Protoss.
There it is, level 2 upgrades for Athene. 3rd base almost fully saturated, just about fully saturated now. It is a 3 base versus a 4 base, getting the gold expansion for Vortex. Athene kind of having the same thoughts, getting rid of those destructible rocks, and now it's going to put down his 4th base as well. Wow, we are really taking this into the late game.
Macro.
We do have an epic giraffe in the middle of this nice unit composition here, and here we go. You better watch it. There is a huge amount of Hydra and Roaches working their way up on the
fields are going to happen again. There they are.
Nice
yes.
force fields keeping him back at bay. Athene doing a great job. He really doesn't have map control, but he's really controlling the map, if that makes any sense. He's just doing a great job at
Jedi powers.
Exactly. He's just waving his hand and saying no.
These are not the probes you're looking for. But coming down, and this is Athene is actually not going to want to engage here. He's got to stay in a choke. He doesn't want to go out on the open ground against the Zerg, because that's going to be bad news. That is a lot of Hydra, a lot of Roach, and even with a couple of giraffes, that is dangerous ground for Athene. He needs to stay in the choke where he is right now. Wait for the force fields, because they're going to be coming. There they are. And it's maybe a little bit early, but at the same time, he might have just actually been trying to hold him off there. He's got plenty of energy for more to come, and he's going to continue to macro up some units here, and these giraffes are going to be huge, absolutely huge damage. This will be the deciding factor, as they are in many
nice
a
force
PvZ.
Fields. Nice force fields. Look at that. It's like a little tiny lighter.
Barbecue! Somebody get the lighter and the brewskis, because we're having a cold one and enjoying some roasted roach.
And we're smoking a joint.
Oh, I mean, you can. I'd prefer maybe a nice cigar.
I don't do weed. I don't smoke weed. I'm black, but I don't smoke weed. That is messed up.
And you don't steal.
And I don't steal.
Damn. All of these
so many
stereotypes.
I do have grape drink in my fridge.
Really?
Yeah, I do actually. I bought some last night at the grocery store. Oh, he's actually going to test it. He's actually going to my fridge right now to see if I'm full of shit. And he's going to open up and realize that, wow, in fact, Maximus Black is black.
Drink.
That's right, I got some grape drink.
100% grape drink and fruit punch, I believe.
Yeah, oh yeah, all kinds of jets.
I love me some fruit punch.
I love some fruit.
Now, ignoring the stereotype, What is better, fruit punch or grape drink? That's one of the hardest questions you're going to ever answer.
You know what? I like fruit punch more than grape drink, but I like grape pop. Or soda, however you guys say it in America or whatever. I like grape soda more than I do fruit punch. Fruit punch is so good. Do you ever have super juice? Super juice is fruit punch and lemonade mixed. It is like actually like getting rid of your virginity for the first time. There's so many things going on in your mind. You're excited, you're nervous, everything's happening, just taste buds.
Kind of like I am right now to see these force fields. Where are they? Show me force fields, damn it!
Here we go.
Show me force fields, there they are!
Blink micro here from Athene.
There's a lot of corruptors on the field, though. Those giraffes are down and down quickly,
this.
but the amount of stalkers, and he's going to be blinking in and out here, and we have seen a couple of them happening.
That's game.
Excellent micro. More warping in and behind there in a sandwich scenario. And Athene wins. Is Athene winning right now on this? No questions about it. He is absolutely out-upgraded, out-macroed, outplayed, out-force field, out-boused. This poor Zerg all over the map, and now blink, unnecessary blink, but just because he can, and he still does need to be careful here. He can't just go completely crazy and get in there, but he is in fact going to go in for the attack, and I think he's probably going to be okay.
Oh no, 100% okay. This is absolutely murkage right now. Doing some sick blink micro. All these Hydras are shitting the bed one by one. It's like the front lines in Vietnam, and they're just going down one by one. That's all I had.
That's all you had? I was really hoping for like a solid 5. Holy mothership!
What? Where?
What?
Oh, Manor Mothership.
Oh, please tell me this mothership is going to make it out onto the field.
We love those Manor Motherships right now.
Absolutely.
And these, well, this is game. I mean, level 3 Bling Stalkers right now. Look at these roaches. Are just little tiny little punk-ass bitches that are just all going to just rot and burn in hell.
That's a fate that I would not want to share.
No. No, horrible death.
Getting microed by blink stalkers and then burning in hell. I mean, that is an unfortunate series of events.
Yes, sir.
The only thing worse than that would probably be getting roasted by giraffes and then burning in hell because you're on fire twice.
Toasty. And here we go.
He is trying to poke his head though. Down there though.
No, yeah, no, absolutely. Vortex is really just. I was gonna do something really, really racist right there.
I knew you would, and so I kept going. Okay. I saved you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Motherships.
Where is it?
So close.
Okay.
So close I can feel it in my pants.
That's what she said.
Your mothership, if you know what I'm saying.
This game is still going on. I don't know how Vortex is still alive right now.
Well, he had the gold, and he had a couple of expansions as well.
Look how low these minerals are in. These guys are macroing like
Macromania, absolutely. And this is going to be one of the last pushes for Vortex. He doesn't actually have a whole lot left on his expansions, including his gold, and so he needs to be very careful here. And Athene has definitely got the advantage right now, and that mothership is out! The mothership is on the field! Where is it, Mr. Black?
I don't know where it is.
Where is it, you bandit? Damn it, you find that mothership!
You're making me nervous!
Where is it?
Where is it?
Damn it, where is it?
I don't know!
It's a top left!
What?
It's a top left, go find it! Where is it?
Oh!
It didn't get in. It was so close.
Well, that's GG at least. Athene wins. Pulverizing.
Absolutely.
Just all around solid game. Both players played great.
Filleting, roasting, frying, barbecuing, baking, sautéing,
smoking, marinating,
grilling, steaming.
Oh, that's a good one.
Poaching.
Wow.
Stewing.
Oh my God! Really? You're really going that far? Come on, white boy. You know more crazy white words than that.
All right, hold on. Sautéing.